Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rudlett, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人夏月，在纽约向您问好。今日是4月20号，星期四。美国达拉斯联储主席在今日表示，今年最有可能加息3次，预计在今年年底或者明年年初对资产负债表进行操作。今日美国股市高开高走，道指扩大涨幅至200点，与此同时，标普和纳指涨逾0.9%和1%。在油价企稳之际，得益于财报的良好表现。在板块方面，美股钢铁股大涨，特朗普在今日下午签署了关于加速钢铁进口调查的意向书。个股方面，阿里巴巴今日大涨2%，创下了2年内的新高。特斯拉则召回了5.3万的电动车，触发了午盘短线跳水逾1%。与此同时，市场正在消化新一轮的财报。在已经公布的标普500成分股中，有超过75%的公司表现好于预期。市场正在密切关注着接下来将要发行的财报，以及本周日的法国总统大选。关于更多市场详细资讯，请收看接下来的交易员访谈。Hi Scott, so we have seen the stock traded pretty higher today, and because of the positive earnings of the market and also of the potential incoming tax reform. So what's your view on the S&P, and what do you think the momentum going to continue?
Well, we've been in a very choppy range and there's been no momentum, so it'd be nice if some momentum returns. So a little bit of tax reform talk and a little bit of positive earnings, and you align some technicals, and maybe it could be the start of something. If you look here at the chart of the S&P cash, you know, last time we were in a real tight range, and when President Trump was elected, that's what ignited this new uptrend. Okay, this uptrend that was above the 8 and 21 day was intact for quite some time, and then since it broke, we've been in some kind of corrective phase. So right now you have defined support right here around 23.25, and then you had this descending trend line that we did poke our nose above. So I think it's a step in the right direction. It doesn't mean we're going back up to highs, but I think it's constructive. We're now back above the 821 day and the 50 day. I did get a little long today for some continuation, but you have to be aware of the French elections. Anything can happen, so you have to be careful if you're short, because we could go up, or if you're long, there's support. So I would be, you know, just involved in whatever you're comfortable with. But as of today, step in the right direction. Last time it took out a key level, look what happened here. This is poking its nose above it. Doesn't mean it's off to the races, just means be careful short and maybe be a little bit more long.
Technology has been the most outperforming sector recently, and we know that you have watched the BABA, and it's traded pretty good today. It's up like 2% and reaches 2 years high. So is there any other Chinese name you are watching at, or what's your view on the BABA?
Well, tech has definitely been a source of relative strength, so good to point that out. And there's no bear market there. And everyone wants to point out all the negatives, and meanwhile the Nasdaq's almost at 52-week highs. You look here at the Qs held above the 50-day while most indices went below it. So right there, okay, that was a key support that it bounced off. And now, all of a sudden, look at the Qs getting right back up to the highs of the year, back above the moving averages. Bob, I've been talking about with all of my friends from your firm for over 2 months, talking about how great it got when it broke this descending trend line here, okay, putting it back in the game. And then some of you guys said that you were going to buy it versus gap up, and then some of you have been riding it as it's been above the 21 day. My rule is above the 8 and 21 day, you try and be long. Well, now it's really strong above the 8 day, and it poked its head above this 112. Okay, I did buy some more today above that, and I do think over time on the weekly chart, I think it gets back towards all-time highs, and all-time highs is up here. It's a very compelling pattern. It's had a, you know, you could almost draw like a cup and handle type pattern here, where, you know, this is your big cup. It just took out this spot right here. So if you measure from here to here, that means a lot higher in the future. So if you're an investor in BABA, stay the course. If you're a trader, do what makes you feel comfortable.
On the contrary, for Tesla, it's also on your list. We have seen that Tesla already record today like 50,000 vehicles, and which drives the current stock price of the Tesla down 1% today. So would you think it's an opportunity to buy in some Tesla for this range?
If you're an investor in Tesla, I think you sit and you wait. I think it's going to continue higher. If you're a trader, just let it show that it could hold higher. So Tesla has been a great trade for us here this year also, but it also has come a long way. Okay, so basically at this point, it's trying to prove on the long-term chart that it could hold above this spot. So as long as Tesla stays above, this key breakout, okay, which is somewhere around 285, I think it's very strong. This is when we talked about getting involved on the investment side in my report. Okay, and then it triggered again. So right now it still looks just fine. The question is, does it come back and test this 282, or does it hold really higher here before making another move to higher levels? So I would just give it some time as a trader. You could see it a little bit closer on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, whenever it shows a little relative weakness on a strong day, you always be a little cautious because it could come up again and test the 21-day, which it has done many times here. So you might not want to get caught. This is your active level right here for tomorrow. Your active level is around 300. Breaks that, give it a little bit of room towards the 21-day. But overall, it's been a great trade. Yesterday, real quickly, I was a little bit negative on Apple. But just before I go, I want to show you that Apple, that has been a great stock, okay, this year. Looked a little negative yesterday, but then cleared this small pattern. So if you were short like I was yesterday, I actually covered and flipped long. I do think this could help lead tech back towards higher levels. So just make sure, don't fight the trend in Apple as it just reclaims some of its technical strength here.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Yes, we'll see you next time.
以上就是今天节目的全部内容了。我是主持人夏月，感谢您的收看，我们下期节目再见。